So exercise 10.3, the fourth sum. I'm sorry if the print is not clear, so let me read it out for you. 4 coins are tossed simultaneously. What is the probability of getting? First thing is exactly 2 heads. Then option B is at least 2 heads. And the third option is at most 2 heads. So first let's do the first choice, right? What is the probability of getting exactly 2 heads? So there are 4 coins which are tossed simultaneously, which means that my n is going to be equal to 4. What is the probability of getting a head in when you toss a coin, right? Is always 1 by 2, because there are only 2 sides to a coin and the probability of getting a head is 1 by 2. So obviously the probability of not getting a head is also going to be 1 by 2, which is basically I did 1 minus p here. So 1 minus half is half. So if x is going to denote the number of heads and x being the random variable, we are going to use the number of binomial distribution since n is equal to 4. Number of occurrences is less. So in that case, if x is a random variable, probability of x equal to x, my formula for binomial distribution is going to be ncx p power x q power n minus x, where x takes the values of 0, 1, 2 and so on up to 4, because my n is equal to 4. Always keep writing the formula so that it always stays in your memory. Even when you're practicing, keep writing the formula. Now let's do the first part of the sum, right, where you have to find out the probability of exactly getting 2 heads. That is, my probability of exactly getting 2 heads is going to be x is equal to 2, right? So I substitute for this in this formula. So it is going to be 4c2 1 by 2 power x, so 1 by 2 power 2 into q is also 1 by 2 in this case, n minus 2, which is 4 minus 2, which is 2. So 4c2 is nothing but 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial into 2 factorial, right? Into 1 by 2 power, we can add these powers, so it becomes 1 by 2 power 4. Don't be in a hurry to solve everything in the same step. You might make mistakes. Do additional steps. It's no problem. So 1 2 factorial will get cancelled with this 2 factorial, 2 and into 1 of the numerator. So you get 4 into 3 divided by 2 into 1. And what is 1 by 4? 1 by 2 power 4. It is going to be correct. It's going to be 2 power 4 is 16. So now you can do the cancellation. 2 and 2 go here and 8. So you get 3 by 8. So probability of exactly getting 2 heads is 3 by 8. Now let's do the second part. What is the probability of getting at least 2 heads? So what they are saying is, what is the probability of getting at least 2 heads? Which means that my x can be greater than or equal to 2, which means at least 2 heads I must get, or I can get even more than that, right? So in that case, what is the probability of getting at least 2 heads? I can write it as 1 minus probability of getting less than 2 heads, right? This is another way of writing it. So what is the probability of p of x less than 2? It's going to be probability of x equal to 0 plus probability of x equal to 1. So if I substitute the formula, it's going to be 1 minus 4c0, which is ncx, p, which is 1 by 2 power x, x in this case is 0, and q power n minus x. So 4 minus 0 is going to be 4, plus p of x equal to 1 is going to be 4c1 p power 1 q power n minus x. So 4 minus 1 is going to be 3. So it is going to be 1 minus 4c0 into 1 by 2 power 4. This 1 by 2, the whole power 0 becomes 1, right? Plus 4c1 into 1 by 2 power 4. Alright, so I'm going to write this as 1 minus 4c0 is nothing but 1, and so this becomes 1 by 16, plus 4c1 is nothing but 4 factorial divided by 3 factorial into 1 by 16, so which is nothing but 1 by 16 plus 4 by 16. So this is nothing but 1 minus, since the denominators are the same, I'm going to directly add the numerators. So this is nothing but, after taking LCM, it is 16 minus 5 by 16 or 11 by 16. Okay, so this is a probability of getting at least 2 heads. Now next you have to find the probability of getting, see basically here I have detailed it down into multiple, you can basically if you're very confident, you can cut down 2 steps and write it into 1, but I would always advise it's okay if you write 2 additional steps, right? That will make you stronger in maths, right? Then the third part is to find the probability of at most 2 heads.